Hey, in today's video, we'll be comparing the Hisense U8H and the TCL 6 series to find out which one is the best budget TV on the market. Right now, the battle between these two models that sound great on paper with heaps of high-end features have been going around for a while, but which one is the better pick for you? Is the TCL 6 still the best purchase right now? You want to find out? Let's do it for more information and updated prices. Now let's start with the design. The TCL 6 series has a lot going for it in terms of design. See the mini LED backlight, but it's not design exactly an art piece, the way Samsung's the frame is either. It's fairly chunky for an LED LCD screen. You can't touch the ultra-slim profile of an OLED. Despite not being incredibly slim, the nearly bezel-less design of the TV is fairly versatile. The legs of the TV can either be placed close together to fit on a smaller table or stand, or can be attached to the outside corners of the TV to give it some more stability. Speaking of the legs, one addition is the ability to chaotic back. It has a solid selection of ports among them. You've got Ethernet 4, HDMI, 2.0 ports, one with eARC support, plus an AV import that takes your standard composite red, white, yellow RCA input and USB and optical audio. No, of course that there aren't. HDM 2.1 ports that can carry 4K, 120 Hz or 8K signals, but 4K 60 or 1440p 120 is still very much possible here. The remote that ships with the TV is similar to the Roku remotes that have shipped with past models. But all in all, it gets the job done. The only real change is that there's now a button for Disney Plus, which is probably better for most folks than ESPN Plus. That was there before the U8H, on the other hand. Sports a very different design. Despite having a built-in, back-mounted subwoofer, the U8HS cabinet is slim, and its screen is framed by an extremely thin, silvery bezel. Most connections are made on an inside panel located around the bat, which contains the sets for HDMI jacks, along with an antenna input and powered USB port. A second back-facing panel provides additional connections, including optical digital audio in both powered USB and Ethernet port. Sports, the U8H. Sturdy metal feed can be installed either closer in towards the screen center or extended further out to the sides. The later option gives you ample space for soundbar placement, and the 3 inches of clearance between the TV's bottom edge and the surface is placed upon means that there's plenty of space for a soundbar. The basic remote control that comes with the TVs lacks of a backlit keypad, but has rubbery buttons that are marked with bright white text and symbols, making it more than usable in a dim room. It has 6 buttons at the bottom, which give you direct access to Netflix Prime Video, YouTube, Disney+, Tubi, and Peacock streaming services. Also, a Google Assistant button at the top lets you speak commands directly into the remote, and more advanced operations like content search. Like previous years, the Hisense U8H uses Google TV, while the TCL 6 series uses Roku TV, an egalitarian smart TV platform that has a fair and robust search feature, and most of the major streaming apps' Hisense Google TV interface is the same one that comes with TVs from other brands like Sony and Software Xiaomi. Basically, every app you could want is either here or available for download from Google Store, and you get the option to sign in with Google credentials to unlock personalized features like viewing recommendations and Google photo streams. Google Assistant works well to command things like specific volume adjustment, content searches, and even input selection. And while Google is definitely pushing movies, you can watch free with ads, of course, on its own YouTube channel. These show up in the big window at the top of the TV interface, all picture and sound. Adjustments aside from volume and mute must be accessed from the respective setup menus on the picture side, along with local dimming. There are advanced settings to tweak gamma and white balance as well as full color management system. Although those adjustments are best loved to calibration professionals, regular viewers interested in getting the best picture quality for movies would do well to start with filmmaker's mode, and any adjustments you make there can also be applied to the set's other inputs, as for TCL 6 series. The search bit is important, especially if you've ever used an Apple TV or Amazon Fire TV, both of which would much rather have you stream from their ancillary streaming service over any other third-party ones, because Roku doesn't have ties to major streaming services other than a vague deal. To include Fandango Now on the home screen of the OS, it doesn't push you in any direction. You don't want to go, happily. Roku TV supports everything from Netflix, Hulu, Sling TV, and Amazon to lesser-known channels like Pluto TV to be Crackle. And others, the only major app missing from the bunch at launch was HBO Max, an issue that resolved itself December 2020 when two companies reached an agreement. HBO today is a Go, but not Go, which died. Of course, if you're a cord cutter, you'll love the featured free section of the homepage that shows you what's available for free on the different services and Roku's own streaming service, the Roku channel, which provides its own collection of entirely free movies that changes in and out every few months. These are invaluable resources for cord cutters who want to live cable-free and a great alternative to channel surfing for folks who still have a box. One nice surprise TCL and Roku tucked into the TV is that it's screencast ready, a handy feature that allows you to cast content from your mobile device to your TV. In terms of smart assistant, Roku TV uses the Roku Assistant, which is really only good for finding shows and movies, but it does link up to Amazon Alexa and Google Assistant if you want to control the TV using either one of those smart home platforms. Nevertheless, the 6 series has pretty good black levels and contrast. It also lacks Halloween, which you might have seen on previous models. That's all thanks to the new mini LED backlight system that uses thousands of LEDs instead of hundreds to get near perfect black levels next to bright highlights. The only drawback here is that the peak brightness is actually quite lower compared to the Hisense U8H. The result is that the 6 series is closer akin to OLED in terms of brightness and contrast, but has the benefit of using quantum dots, which means you'll see a wide color gamut that looks amazing. The U8H, on the other hand, with a set sporting a mini LED backlight, you'll expect pictures to be plenty bright here, is where it delivers ICE and specified light output, is 1,500 nits and can fluctuate to about 1,775 nits on a 10 white window pattern, which is close to the 2,000 plus nits that TVs twice its price can deliver. Switching over to filmmaker mode, the set's most accurate out of the box. Picture preset. Brightness still measures an impressive 905 nits. Contrast is also one of the U8H's strong points, with the set's local dimming processing shutting off backlit zones completely when displaying full black images to provide an infinite contrast ratio. As for gaming, while Hisense doesn't specifically pitch the U8H as a gaming TV, it's 4K 120Hz VRR and ALM support, along with FreeSync Premium Pro. Make it one of the better set options for gaming, particularly compared to the TCL 6 series. Aside from a game picture mode, there's not much in the way of related menu adjustments, though there is an HDR picture mode for gaming. Its input lag is 111 milliseconds in filmmaker mode and an impressive 11.2 milliseconds in game mode. A result that puts the Hisense in the same league as the best 120Hz 4K TVs for next-gen gaming. Meanwhile, the 6 series with mini LED is a bit of a double-edged sword I'm on, and it supports 120Hz gaming and variable refresh rate. The downside here is that 120 FPS. The resolution is limited to 1440p, and the TV doesn't support proprietary GPU technologies like NVIDIA G-Sync and AMD FreeSync. It's better to have 1440p 120 FPS gameplay and 1800p 60 obviously, but it would be nice if TCL used HDMI 2.1 to get the full benefits of the spec. As for sound quality, the U8H's built-in 2x10 watt speaker are augmented by a built-in subwoofer that's mounted on the set's back panel. Dolby Atmos support is on board and can also be disabled in the set's audio setup menu. Other menu settings give you the option to boost or cut sub-output and equalize the rest of the audio frequency range, despite having both Dolby Atmos and a built-in sub. The U8HS sound quality isn't that much, doesn't have any Atmos height effects, and the sound lacks dynamics. Meanwhile, sound dynamics this found on the TCL 6 series is perfectly acceptable on the frame. You've got two 8-watt speakers that emphasize mids and highs rather than wall shaking. The best thing you can do with the money you save on the TV is invest in a Dolby Atmos soundbar, like the Vizio SB36 512F6, Sony HD-X8 500L GSL 9YG, or the Samsung HWQ70R, because the TCL 6 series has Atmos pass-through, and eARC setup is incredibly simple and well worth the investment. All in all, both Hisense and TCL are well known for making low-cost conclusion TVs, but a low price doesn't always mean a good value. But as we've seen, these two offer a lot for their listed price. Personally speaking, the Hisense U8H counts as the excellent overall value with its powerful brightness and overall very good picture quality, strong feature set, including wide-ranging support for next-gen gaming consoles. And although the TCL 6 series may be at the same price as the Hisense U8H, its performance lags somewhere behind the U8H series and is comparatively light on gaming features. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. For more information and most updated prices, check the links in the description box below. If you still haven't found the TV you're looking for, check our previous video about the top 5 best 4K TVs, or our previous comparison between the LG G2 and Sony A95K.